Eric Wilson Gathers Jr., otherwise known as Hank Gathers, was born on February 11, 1967 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. His parents were Eric Sr. and Lucille Gathers, and he grew up in a tough neighborhood, the Raymond Rosen Projects of Philly. Philadelphia is, of course, one of America's oldest cities, and it has a reputation for being a tough, blue-collar working town. Hank Gathers embraced this attitude from an early age. He spent most of his time focused on the basketball court, and he attended Dobbins Technical High School in Philly. There, he would meet the man he would always be associated with, Bo Kimble. Dobbins High School would take the city championship in 1985 in Kimble and Gathers' final season. The team also featured future NBA guard Doug Overton. Kimble and Gathers at this time were not close friends, but they were both recruited to the University of Southern California on basketball scholarships. They headed out from Philly to LA together and became roommates. Their freshman season, the USC Trojans finished 11-17, and the coach was fired. Gathers played really well in his rookie campaign, and Kimble kind of rode the bench. Not liking the direction of the program, the two men decided to transfer to Loyola Marymount University. This means they were going to stay in Los Angeles, and they were eager to play for Coach Paul Westhead, who led the Los Angeles Lakers to the 1980 NBA championship. Westhead was to usher in a new style of basketball that college had not yet seen. They would use Gathers at 6'7" as an undersized center. Kimble was 6'4" with a powerful frame, so he could play the 1, the 2, or the 3, and together they gave the opposition 40 minutes of hell. They averaged over 122 points a game their first season there together. They had several games where they scored over 150 points. Kimble and Gathers both averaged 22 points a game, but the following season would be their real breakout. While Kimble's scoring average did drop to 16 points a game, Hank led the nation in scoring and rebounding, with 32 points and 13 rebounds a game. Going into his senior season, there was talk that Gathers could be the #1 pick in the NBA draft. Hank led the nation in rebounding his senior season with 10.8, and he averaged 29 points a game. But Bo led the nation in scoring with 35. In December of 1989, Gathers went down in a game against UC Santa Barbara. He was found to have an irregular heartbeat and was taking medication for it. He felt that it made him feel sluggish, so he took a lower dosage, and he continued to play. Loyola Marymount would also get their signature win of the season at this point. They beat LSU, and Gathers dropped 48 points and 13 rebounds on a young center named Shaquille O'Neal. But on March 4th, 1990, while playing in the conference championships against Portland State, Gathers went down again. Gathers had a major heart attack on the floor. By the time he arrived at the hospital, he was no longer with us. Loyola Marymount did everything they could in the NCAA tournament. They made it to the Elite Eight, but they didn't have their leader. When Bo Kimble went to the free throw line, he paid tribute to his childhood friend. He shot the ball left-handed, just as Hank had done. Hank was right-handed, but he always shot his free throws left-handed because he thought he shot them better that way. One of the most touching moments in college basketball history. Ultimately, they would lose to Larry Johnson and UNLV. Kimble would be drafted by the Los Angeles Clippers with the 8th pick in the 1990 NBA draft. He would only last 3 years in the NBA, but he had some good years overseas. But he missed his friend, and he still does. In only 23 years, this incredibly young man left his mark on the world forever. Rest in power, Hank the Bank.